You know that Japan is famous for its order and discipline, but their school rules are also very strange, and you wouldn't believe these rules exist in the real world. So if you are curious to get to know these strange rules, don't miss this video.
Welcome to the Unbelievable Facts channel.
Students' underwear must be white. It might be hard to believe, but in Japan, they even regulate underwear, and students are only allowed to wear white underwear. Teachers are required to check this. This rule is one of those that has no scientific or cultural justification, and students hate it. There is a nationwide rule in Japan that does not allow students to be out after 10 p.m. We all know that school is a place for learning, not fighting. However, in Japanese schools, a defensive weapon called sasumata is taught. This is a traditional Japanese weapon that was used in the past to deal with criminals. This weapon is used to capture and immobilize a person without causing harm. Japan is one of the cleanest countries in the world, and the culture of cleanliness is taught from childhood. Every child, from elementary school to high school, is responsible for cleaning their own classrooms. There are no janitors in Japanese schools, and the responsibility of cleaning the schools lies with the students themselves, making it essential for them to learn this. Learning to swim is mandatory in Japanese schools, and everyone must follow this rule. All schools in Japan have swimming pools, and teaching this skill is compulsory from the first grade. Scientists have determined that swimming reduces stress, increases heart rate, and improves fitness. If you know of any other strange rules from this country, share them in the comments. There is no failing in Japanese schools. The reason is that Japan places more emphasis on the development of students' character and social skills rather than on grades and exams. Japan believes that all students have the ability to learn, so they should have equal opportunities to progress. Therefore, Japanese schools try to encourage students to learn from their mistakes and enjoy their efforts. Summer vacations are common in many countries around the world. Although students in Japan go to school every day, their summer vacation is less than a month each year. Even though they are off for about a month, they still have to participate in sports activities and club practices. In this country, there is so much order and discipline that no one complains about these rules. Everyone is satisfied with them and follows them willingly. In general, Japanese schools have many rules and restrictions regarding students' appearance. One of these strange rules is the requirement for students to have black and straight hair. This is to ensure that both boys and girls focus on their studies instead of thinking about dyeing or curling their hair. Some students whose natural hair is not black or straight must provide documentation to the school to prove that they have not altered their hair. Another interesting rule in Japan is that children must be independent from a young age and go to school alone. Whether by walking, train, or bus, it is common for young children to go to school without their parents in Japan. Japan is one of the safest countries in the world, and the crime rate in this society is very low. The reliable transportation system and punctuality of trains and buses make this easier for families. The roads are always well lit, and there are many signs and guides to help children navigate. In many developed countries, students are free to wear what they want. However, this is not the case in Japan, where school uniforms are strictly enforced. Students are required to wear uniforms to school. The purpose of this is to ensure that no one can display their social and economic status through luxurious clothing. Additionally, these uniforms symbolize unity in schools. In the absence of a teacher, there is no need for a substitute teacher. In Japanese elementary schools, substitute teachers do not exist. When the teacher is absent, students usually take care of themselves, and the teacher or school often supervises first and second grade students. This method helps students develop responsibility and teamwork skills. In Japan, students must take off their shoes before entering the classroom and wear special sneakers. This strict rule in schools is derived from the core Japanese culture. In Japan, it is believed that the shoes you wear at home should be different from the ones you wear at school. Punctuality is one of the most exciting rules in Japanese schools that comes from their culture. Punctuality is essential for everyone. Whether attending a private ceremony or meeting close friends, officials must apologize to the public if trains or planes are delayed even by a minute. Japan teaches punctuality to students from a young age. If students do not arrive on time for school registration, they are barred from enrolling. School gates open only at a specific time, and if students arrive late, they miss the day. Respect is a general culture in Japan, and respecting the elderly is a common and mandatory practice. This type of ceremony is performed by bowing and is taught from childhood in schools. This behavior is one of the best practices currently implemented in Japan. Colored short and long socks are prohibited, but not for everyone, only for female students. The purpose of these rules is to create uniformity and order in the school and to prevent excessive attention to individual appearance. Some people in Japan believe that wearing colorful or strange socks is a sign of disrespect for social laws, rules, and traditions.